Hey guys, Jason with CV Customs. So, doing something a little bit different this morning. I wanted to show you guys the new project I got here. It's a few different reasons. If you're new to the channel, this channel is mainly about truck restoration. I restore trucks, modify the engines, chassis, axles, stuff like that. But in my real life, I actually rebuild diesel engines. So what I'm going to show you today is the truck that I just bought. And the reason I bought it with an engine that's failing. I've been looking for an 06 250. I can get over here, you know, it's 4-door, short bed, 4-wheel drive. It's everything I was looking for, but I specifically wanted it to have an engine problem, but certain engine problems, because I'll just rebuild it and I know I could pick it up a lot cheaper that way. So I looked for a long time to find one. I'm going to show you guys what I actually found. Now, few reasons that I like the 06. I like the headlights. I like that they're flat on the bottom instead of wavy. I don't know. It's a personal preference thing. I like that it still has the 5.9. 5.9 had no def, no EGR, all those fun things. I don't want to deal with def, but I wanted a very strong, reliable pickup. That's this truck right here. So let me show you what I found. Okay guys, so right off the bat, first I'm going to kind of give you a little walk around, tell you a little bit about the truck. So I found this truck and it had just been to a reputable local diesel dealer, and they had told the owner of the truck that it was going to need an engine rebuild. Now the truck still ran, and we'll fire it up so I can show you what they were talking about. Had brand new tires. I think this thing's got 35-inch tires on it. I think it looks pretty good. He said there's no lift, it's just a leveling kit. Now the lights, you can see they're oxidized, so we'll end up doing a light kit. Now we're going to get it running right first, but it's a very straight truck. And you see in the back there, that's a California thing. So this guy had done a like a 4-inch exhaust and taken the cat and the muffler and everything off. Now for me to smog it, I got to put all this stuff back on. That's why I told him I wanted that to go with the truck. So that's just something for California people to look at. Now this truck has 275,000 miles on it. That's normally, if a truck gets abused, that's kind of when they start getting worn out. But it is a Laramie, so this thing's got the leather seats, and you can see in very clean condition. Let's get in here. So even the driver's seat is in great shape. There are 2 spots on this truck that I don't have to clean. It's got all the power stuff, again, because it's a Laramie. Everything is in very good shape. So you can see the headrest and everything. But see, right here in the seat, this is very common, but also very easy to fix. And then right there, the rest of the truck, pretty solid. So I'm pretty happy about what I found. Now, we're going to do a fire up right here so you can hear it. And then we'll walk out and I'll show you what is actually going on with this truck. Whoa. Guess I can't stable it with that hand. So. Okay, I hope you guys can hear it. I can feel it. Well, actually, if we look at the door, I don't know if you guys can see that, but the door is moving. It's kind of shaking here. So it's got a little bit of a miss. First, let's go look at the, well, let's pop the hood so we get it on our way out. We'll go over here and look at the exhaust. See all that? Now it smells really rich. It smells like fuel. So what I'm guessing is going on with this truck is it's got a failed injector, which is all well and good. Okay, I'm going to rebuild the engine. There's a chance that replacing the injectors could actually fix this truck, but it's not exactly what I want to do. And when we shut off the engine, I'll tell you why. So let's, just like any other diesel you check, she's got problems. Okay, but if the injector has failed, there's going to be extra fuel in there. It can create some extra crankcase pressure. Changing the injectors might fix it. Again, you make sure everything's in the truck. You know, they didn't pull anything off. This truck looks pretty intact. Don't see any massive leaks, anything like that. And it does runs. So that's telling me all the fuel system and all that stuff's working. So let's shut it off now that you see what's going on. And I'll show you some other things on why I bought the truck. Okay, so right here, this is kind of important. So at 270,000 miles, 910, this thing's got 275. So about 5,000 miles ago, the transmission was gone through by, like I said, a reputable place here in town. So I know the work, but that was the price. And I think the total, yeah, after tax and everything, about $9,000 was just put into this transmission. It got all the billet stuff, the torque converter, output shaft, all that fun stuff. And now we got the truck. So let me flip this around. Okay, so now you guys kind of see what's going on with this truck. You see why I was looking for it now. I told you the 9 grand was just put into the transmission. I did not pay near 9 grand for this truck. When the guy found out it needed an engine right after he paid for the transmission, he was like, I just want to get rid of this truck. So basically I just went down and paid the bank the rest of what he owed, and I got the pink slip. The guy just wanted out from under the truck. He was a real nice guy. He was honest about everything that was going on. He had told me that same diesel shop had told him it probably needed a rebuild. Basically the same things I just told you guys. Now, the things I was looking for. The transmission already being done was a huge bonus, but really what I was looking for was a truck that ran, but that was going to need an engine rebuild, because that's what I do. I get, I can get a discount on my machine work. I'm going to do all the labor, and then the kit to put it together isn't that bad when you think about if you were going to buy this engine from Dodge or even Cummins to replace it in your truck. You're gonna spend a fortune, over 10 grand, I'm sure. I haven't really looked at it because I build them. I don't buy them. But yeah, it also had new tires. It was very straight. Before this guy owned it, he was the second owner, so it was a low moved truck, right? Transferred. It wasn't transferred very often. Before this guy owned it, it was an older gentleman, and the truck was very well taken care of. There's another kind of bonus that the guy I bought it from was a veteran, so we're both veterans. It kind of gave us talking points to kind of come to an agreement on. But new tires, transmission was done, truck's very straight, the interior was super clean. The mileage doesn't scare me because the big things that fail on these trucks, transmission and engine. Well, now we've got a transmission that's good, and I'm going to build the engine. Now that's another reason why I told you guys, possibly if we do injectors, the truck probably run okay, or could run okay, and it just still wouldn't be a new engine. Now I've got a new transmission in it, and for me, every build I do, reliability is key for me. I don't want to be stuck anywhere. I mean, I understand sometimes things fail, but the best way for me to stay on top of that is to make it as reliable as I can when I start. So I was actually looking for a truck to rebuild the engine. So with what I've paid for the truck, that's the price for rebuilding it. It doesn't hurt my feelings. I also don't like car payments. Not that anybody does like car payments, but I just won't have them. Every vehicle I get, I own. And I'm by no means made of money, but because I don't have those car payments, some of these car payments can be like $500, $800 a month. Because I don't have those car payments, that money just kind of builds up, and I can go out and throw down a little bit of cash, get a truck, repair it, and then I own it outright. And that was really the big pull for me in looking for it, specifically 06. In California, we can't delete the emission stuff. I mean, honestly, I think legally anywhere you're not supposed to delete the emissions, but California checks, and they check a lot. So I got to make this run like factory. I am going to turn it up just a little bit. There are certain things we can do to be compliant with emissions and make it run better. One of the biggest upgrades is just changing the muffler. The muffler, a factory muffler, the pipes are offset, right? So your exhaust goes in, and then it has to loop around and go back out the pipe. So that creates a lot of drag. So just putting a straight through muffler, you can still keep it quiet, but it stops all that back pressure. So that's one of the big things. I got to pull the 4-inch off. I got to put the cat back on. I'm not worried about it. I have to keep it legal. So yeah, that's going to be the next project. I'll probably do some videos on how I pull the engines, because I pull the engines and set them back in, and I do it all by myself. And I don't do it with a lift or anything like that. I don't remove the cab, but I do lift the cab a little bit. And I'll show you guys that on the, here we are pulling out the motor video. And then I'll show you when we break it down what we actually find inside the motor, because I'm guessing that one of the cylinders is going to be washed. The miss wasn't heavy enough for it to be multiple cylinders. I really think it's just one, and it might not even be that bad, but it is worn. And because of that, that's why we're going to rebuild it.